Right, so this is a take 3 of this episode number 10 in this permadeath stream. I had an audio issue at the start, fixed that, and then for some reason the stream was very laggy and very choppy on the YouTube channel, and I still don't really know what's caused that, so I restarted Streamlabs, and anyway, here we are, so hopefully no more issues. Right, very nice long nose in this system in Calypso. It's yellow and blue, tie, horizon wing, dorsal fin, single thruster, long nose fighter. Yeah, that's quite cool. If you like yellow and blue, it's a shame it's got the dorsal fin. I'm not big on the dorsal fins myself, but even still, it's very nice. Glyphs, by the way, bottom left of the screen there, and it's Calypso Galaxy, which is galaxy number 3. Hi Akshat Jar, welcome to the chats. Just wanted to mention thanks for the tool I got from checking out your video. No problem at all, that's what they're there for, just to help people out and show you kind of all the cool tools and stuff that I find along the way. There's lots more still to go up on YouTube as well. I've got a huge backlog of tools. Which multi-tool did you pick up? An S-Class freighter. Yeah, I've got an S-Class on all of my saves, but this one is a new run, a new permadeath run, so I still need to get a freighter. I've got an S-Class ship I found in the first 2 or 3 hours of this experiencing buffering issues again. How is the stream? Is it laggy, and is it causing some issues at the moment for anyone that's watching? Okay. Yeah, the black and gold one with turquoise. That's the alien mid rifle. I think I found. You don't see many tools in gold or with a gold finish to it. It's quite nice, that one. Yeah, I may give Twitch a go. I just think you've got to do it kind of exclusively with Twitch, from what I understand. I don't like kind of being forced to keep all your eggs in one basket sort of thing. Hiya Pez, how's it going, mate? You alright? Welcome to the chat. Welcome. I have had some issues with this stream. It seems to be a bit up and down with the buffering and sort of frame rate. It is at my end, but I don't know what it's like at your end. So if you do have any issues with like some delay or anything like that, then just let me know, and then I can try and see if I can tweak anything at this end. Yes, I do have a Discord, Akshat. I'm not. I'm still just sort of building it out though, because I've only been on there with my own profile for about a week. I've tended just to kind of. I've had my own profile with absolutely no content on it, and I've just kind of gone to Beeble Bums and Zane's and other content creators pages just to sort of contribute there. So at the moment the short answer is yes, I do have Discord, but at the moment it's very much lacking in content. Come on, there must be a rich economy amongst all this. Alright, good stuff. That's good to know, Pez. Cheers. Right, there we go. Yeah, 10,000 damage on a alien multi-tool. A lot of them can get to 10,000 as long as you've got the scatter blaster and all the correct modules and the placement of the modules in the correct place, then most of them should get to 10,000. Some will go quite a bit over, but right, okay, so finally, after all this time, we've now got a freighter battle, so we can begin the process. So we'll reload this save, because I don't want that freighter. Maybe you can help out. Maybe you can help me out with one more thing. Yeah, what are you looking for, Akshat? What help do you need? Right, so in the previous stream, I started building out a cluster of systems. So all these systems here on the galaxy map that we can see with circles, these are all rich economies. So what I'll do is, so this is where I am now. I'll first of all go to these ones here. So I'll start with this one and just see what this system has in terms of the freighter. If I don't like that, I'll reload the save, go to the next one, just basically rinse repeat until I find one of those economies that has the freighter that I want to try and get the S-Class in. Thanks for your offer, Ashcat. I should be fine with Discord. I'm not going to be doing much aside from just uploading multi-tools and my ship finds to it. I'm not going to be kind of that active on Discord, so I appreciate the offer, but there's probably not much that you can help with that I can't already do, and it won't take long. Yeah, what mission are you stuck on? Right, so I'm going to the right at the moment, so we've just done Quens. We'll do the one on the far right here now. And this way you can just keep track of all the systems that you've been to and just knock them all off, you know, when you're trying to find the freighter. It just makes it a lot easier. That's odd. So the freighter battles not spawn in black hole systems. I've not known that before. Yeah, or just drop me a private message on Discord or something if you need help with something like that. Because I don't want it kind of taking up a big chunk of the stream, if you know what I mean. Just trying to solve an individual's or help solve their problem, unless it will be kind of beneficial for everyone. But yeah, no, that's cool. I'll see what I can do. Right, so we've got a capital here. It's the largest one, but I'm really fussy about this end. I don't like that bridge. The colours I'm not really that fussed about, because I'm going to be, whatever one I get, I'm going to be changing the colour anyway. But I'm after this. I'm after a Venator. I'm going to change it. I'll normally go for a Dreadnought, but I'm going to get a Venator this time round, and I'm going to get the one with the raised bridge. So we don't want that one. Yeah, just yeah, add me on Discord, Akshat. You're more than welcome to join the Discord there, and then you can just drop me a message on there if you want. Yeah, no problem. I'll tap you up then. No, we don't want that. Good afternoon, David. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just trying to get a little bit of a search in before England kicks off tonight, so I'll be streaming for a few hours, and then just give me some time to get food and some beers and stuff. Just in the middle of, for anyone that's joined, just in the middle of looking for the variety, the type of freighter that I want to try and find in an S-Class. So I'm just, in the previous stream, I built a cluster, I system jumped to rich economies to build a very tight cluster of economies that I know are all tier 3. And now we're revisiting all of those economies to see what the freighter is in each of those that will spawn. And then once I find one that I want, which will be a Venator like this, but with a different bridge, I'll then just keep reloading in there to get that S-Class. Arithmetic. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it might be where you are. It's afternoon here. I'm in the UK. Did I just do that one? I can't remember. I'm going to do it again just in case. Yeah, priorities are No Man's Sky, food, beer, or beer then food, or even beer with No Man's Sky and then more beer with food and more beer after that. But yeah, I'm not a huge football fan by any means, but as it's a final of a big tournament, you've got to kind of get involved, haven't you? It'd be rude not to. I'm an Arsenal fan, if anyone is into football out there. Right, so we've done this little cluster on the right, so now I'm just going to look on the left and above. So there's nothing. Right, we'll go to this one here, because that's just above. Yeah, and our Prime Minister is talking about that if we win, we may even get a cheeky bank holiday next Monday, which would be sweet. So I've done the cluster on the right. I've got a little cluster down here to the left. I've got a couple. Let's do this one out on its own here, so we know where that one is. Yeah. So in the previous stream, like some people are different. Let me just quickly see what colour this is, because I would settle for a spoiler bridge if none of these other clusters. See, the only issue is this bridge here, this bit here, that thing there in front of you. You can't change the colour on that. So you can change the colour on virtually everything else, but that stays the same. And this blue is too light for me, and I don't like the red and the blue. Like if I wanted this to be white and black, that just wouldn't go. So I'm quite fussy with that. But so my just to explain to other people that weren't here, in the previous stream, what I did was to build up to this battle, because obviously the battle happens every 3 hours of gameplay, and every 5 warps, so you have to have those 2 to trigger it. So as you're building up to that 3-hour game time limit, and you know you would have probably done enough warps, rather than entering the battle and then reloading your save and then trying to find high economy systems to see what freighters spawn in those systems, what I do is, in the hour or couple of hours before I want to start hunting for a freighter, I visit all tier 3 economies, as many as I can, in a very, very short distance. So I try and keep as many high economy system finds in as close a space as I can, so that when the freighter battle eventually spawns, it's really, really easy to go to guaranteed tier 3 economies and to scroll through all of the systems that you've been to, because they're all named as well. I'll show you what I mean. I need to get to do this, otherwise I can't get the galaxy map. Right, I'll explain it easier here. Right, so if let's just say that I hadn't done any of this before, and I've just started searching for a freighter now. Like, I've just encountered the freighter battle, and I'm now beginning my search. So forget I've done a previous search for systems. I'd be doing everything from fresh now. So what I'd have to do is I'd have to go to all of these systems here, right, to try and find as many different high economy systems as I can. But the thing is with my method, if you kind of prepare yourself for it, and you do all of the system visits before the battle happens, as you can see, all of the systems that I know are tier 3 economies, they're all marked now. Yeah, they've all got a circle and they've all got a name, as opposed to like these ones here, there's no names until you click on them. So trying to find a star, let's just randomly say, right, this one here, I've just been to this star, and this one here has a freighter that I want. Now if I go all the way back to here, it's very, very difficult then to try and get back to that star. Yeah, because that star won't be marked on your system, because you've got to keep reloading the save. So it'll be very difficult to find the star that you know has got a good freighter. Whereas my method, if you do the prep work and you visit all of the tier 3 economies prior to the battle happening, all of these circles here that are showing now, as well as all of the circles here in this cluster, I know for a fact that these are all tier 3 economies. So I will start by searching all the clusters that are next to me. So I'll start with these ones on the right here, and then I'll kind of look above and see which ones I've been to, below which ones I've been to, and so on and so on. But yeah, so that's what I do, is I just make sure that I mark all the economies up, all of the systems up, and then you can visit each one of those very, very quickly, very easily. They're all named, you can see them from a mile off, and it won't take long in that cluster to find a freighter that you want. That's kind of a very long-winded way of explaining it, but yeah, so like I've done these ones on the right, I've done that one over there on the right, I've done one above me somewhere, which was above me. So now so this is the starting position. So I've done those ones. I'm now going to do this one directly in front of me here, U-gang. Yeah, thanks for joining the stream, Akshat, much appreciated. Right, so this is definitely the bridge that I'm looking for, but it's not going to be a big enough freighter. So the bridge I want is this raised bridge, the elevated bridge they call it. I'm not fussed about the style of pods, but I do want 6 sections. So that's not for me, so I can reload. Well, you don't really know, David, when the battle is going to happen. Like, it's roughly the mechanics for it are every 3 hours and 5 warps. So you've got to do, you can't do one or the other. You could do 20 warps, but if you haven't done the 3 hours of consecutive gameplay, it won't spawn. So you need 3 hours of gameplay and 5 warps. So I don't worry about the warps, I just worry about kind of, you know, when you think you're nearing the 3 hours, like an hour beforehand, start mapping out the systems, but keep it in a very, very close cluster. And then that way, see, I know I've just been to that star there, but if that star there wasn't circled or wasn't marked with a name that you can see going all the way back here, look, yeah, that star would be difficult to find. So it just makes it a lot easier. So now I've done the right hand side, I've done that star just in front of me to the left, and now I'm going to start looking down. So what I can do now is I can go to this one here, Yuan, to the left of it, that Yuan, to the top of that, to the right, and I can do these 6 stars on the right of this freighter here. So I can do these 6 stars here next, and that's another little cluster that I'd have done. And it just speeds it up and makes it a lot easier when you. This is purely just for trying to find the type and the variety of freighter that you want, because every one of these systems will have their own unique freighter variant and colour and stuff like that. But we haven't got to worry too much about colour, because obviously these days we can paint freighters. The only thing that you can't paint, as I mentioned before, is the bridge, which is a real pain in the arse. So no, we don't want that one because it's got a bridge that I don't like, so we reload. Because then of course once I find the freighter that I like, I can just stay in that system, because as soon as I find the freighter that I want, you don't engage in the battle, you just fly straight to the space station in that system. You get out of your ship, so you create an autosave, And then once you've created the autosave, you can just keep reloading from the space station that the freighter's actually in, until you get that S-Class. Once you've found the freighter, it's just easy from there onwards. It's just a case of having a bit of patience and time set aside, because as we all know, RNG can be a real pain. It can be anything from like 1 reload to 100 or more. So straight away I can see that isn't a bridge that I want, so that system's no good. So what do we do? Juan, we did that one, so now we'll do this one. Adrenal. Don't want that either. So this one. I'm always scared to reload that fast, afraid I'll mess up again. Yeah, should be fine though. If it crashes, it crashes, right? You don't even have to sort of reload fast in this game and the game will crash. That is No Man's Sky for you. No, so we don't want that either. So all of these are proving pretty rubbish at the moment. How's the stream? As I mentioned kind of at the start, there was some issues with the with buffering, lag and sort of frame rate drops on YouTube. I just wondered if it's alright or if you're still getting some issues. No, I can see that isn't the one that I want. So this part of the process is the most sort of tricky as well. The trickiest part that you can get in looking for the freighter is just actually trying to find the freighter that you want. And if you haven't done what I've done here, if you haven't got a method that you stick to and you purely just kind of go to random stars, I mean, it will take you forever to try and find the actual freighter that you want. But this gives you sort of half a chance. Right, okay, so it has still dropped. I mean, it might be an issue with YouTube, but it could be Streamlabs. Subcypher jumped on Discord with me yesterday and we was trying to sort of tweak some settings with the sound and stuff, and we might have messed something up there, but I don't want to touch anything really yet, because I'm still new to all this. I'm not technical at all really. You know, I can build a PC and put a PC together, but I mean a 5-year-old could do that these days. You know, it's not difficult clicking and plugging hardware and stuff. When it comes to the actual technical side of stuff, that's not my bag. These bridges are quite difficult. I've always the raised bridges on a 6-section Venator I find quite difficult to actually get, which is why I'll probably settle, if I don't see one in any of this cluster, I might settle for that spoiler one that I saw. Right, so I've done all those ones kind of in this line here up to cake strim, so I'm now just going to go slightly to the left. I'm going to start with this one here and work my way down and to the left. They're all this bridge, aren't they, at the moment? Yeah, we did this one here, so we'll go to this one just below it. Ketzake. So I would settle for a spoiler. This is not going to be big enough though, anywhere near. Oh no, that's not one. That's the one there, isn't it? Again, it's that same bridge, isn't it? It's a shame because this is 6 sections and the colour I'd settled for. So I just needed this this bridge to be different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's the full size as well. Let me just see if it's got pods on the under. Yeah, it's a tier 3 this, because it's got 2 storage pods, one there and one there. Some of them don't have any, some of them just have one, but this has both. So this is, as far as aesthetics go, this is as big as it gets on the Venator, because it has these 2 under carriage pods as well. So that one is a potential. I mean, worst case scenario, I'm not going to hold out for another freighter battle after this, so I'm going to be getting one of these freighters. It's just kind of narrowing it down. So that's an option. So we know that that one there was this one here, Ketzake Omd. So we'll do the one that's got the frigate, the freighter there. It's a dreadnought for me. I've had loads of dreadnoughts in the time I've played this. I wanted something a bit different this time round. And I've currently got 2 or 3 Oculus freighters on my other save, so I don't want a system freighter. Right, we'll do the one next to that, Essence. But can you see how quickly I'm going through all these different freighter varieties, just using that method of pre-discovering all of the systems before you get to the battle? It just speeds up trying to find that freighter so much, makes it so much quicker. This dreadnought has got the right ridge, but it's not big enough if I was going for a dreadnought. It's only 3 sections that. But that is that ridge, the raised ridge, is what I go for on all the freighters, just because I like the fact that it's kind of got windows and stuff there. I think it looks quite cool above where the ship's going. It looks like a proper starship bridge. Right, so that's the lower section done, so I'm now going to go to the more top and go to this furthest one out, S-Song. So I've learned something new in doing this, that if a system has an Atlas building in it, like an Atlas big sort of, you know, the diamond looking big thing that you can fly into, or it has a black hole, even though you've got a freighter battle triggered, it won't spawn a battle in that system. Right, so Dreadnought, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's not a full size. having much joy with these at the moment. Yeah, enjoy your work, Arithmetic. Thanks for joining, and enjoy the rest of your day. And come on, England!
Ships approaching.
It's not big enough. That's big enough, just the wrong bridge. That's alright, David, no problem at all. That's the thing with No Man's Sky, like everyone has their own sort of ways or quirky ways of doing things, and generally with most things there's more than one way to try and achieve what you want, whether that's in farming, making money, nanites, looking for ships, looking for multi-tools. Everyone has their own way that suits them, but sometimes another person's view on it and the way they see it and the way they do it may work for you or may work for other people. Like I'd you know, 2 or 3 years ago I saw someone else doing exactly this on, I don't think it was a stream, I think they explained it on Facebook, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense, might speed things up, tried it, and this now works for me. But yeah, I mean, some people just enjoy going out and things cold, you know, they get the battle. I just think that's a bit of luck as well. I've got myself in a situation before, found a system that was about 500 light years out, and then to try and find that star again, I could never find it again. It was the perfect crater, perfect colour, perfect style, everything, and I remember just losing it because I couldn't get back to that star because it was in the middle of so many different stars. I just lost it. So yeah, this is just a good way to keep track of what you're doing. It looks like the stream's really struggling now. I'm getting some issues on what I'm looking at it on. Yeah, I can see that. My